Right, let's give this microphone one more test. It seems to be working right now. What happened is that I didn't move my microphone away from my face. For that, it was recording way too low. What happened was I plugged in a webcam, and that webcam came with a microphone, and unknowingly it activated that microphone, and yeah, that was totally different from my own microphone. But anyways, welcome. My name is Eedze, and this is Eedze's Adventures in Let's Play. Eedze's Adventures in Minecraft. That was a total fail. Yeah, this is my Let's Play series in which I show you all the things I build and all the adventures that I undertake. And right now I'm in my blaze spawner in the Nether, and I got quite a lot of in here. Let's try hit F3. Let's try that. Do it. And I think I have about 240 places in there. Might even be a few more. There's still some falling down there. So yeah, let's just activate this whole thing. And let's crush them to death. Here we go. And I have this potion on me. It's a potion of instant damage too. And it's actually a splash potion, so it will hurt on contact. And once these places are done crushing, I will throw it in there, and all of the blazes will just drop dead, and all this XP will just come flowing towards me. And this is so much, it will actually blind me for quite some time, so I'll be just skipping ahead. And actually it didn't give me as much XP as I had expected. Let's see if there's some left in there. No, that's all I had. Still 41 levels. It's not enough to enchant my diamond tool, but I can probably get some more during the end of the episode. Yeah, let's hit F5 so we can get back to our normal view. I have a few things I want to show you around. And if you have seen the little spoiler that I put up where I told you about my microphone not working correctly, I'm starting to work on a barn. But before we go to that barn, I'm gonna go to my house really quickly and grab a few materials because I want to show you up something. So I'm just gonna quickly go to my house and I'll see you there. Okay, right now I'm in my storeroom and I wanna grab a few saplings that I have over here. And these are the saplings for the new kind of jungle trees. I'm gonna add some normal saplings too and some bone meal. And I can get rid of this spider eye. Let's stack it with the rest and some string, bones and stuff. So I should have some room in my inventory. And I might need that room. But right now it's dark, so I'm gonna quickly skip the night. And while I'm doing that, I can tell you that I've been working on the redstone. And I have finished my elevator. It was quite a work, but you can see it over there on the left side. That is actually my elevator. And we're gonna have a quick look over there really soon. But first I'm gonna sleep a bit so that all the monsters can go away. And this is still white. Well, I'm gonna grab some cacti and put those in my oven so I can cook some green dye, and I should have some cacti right in here. So let's put that in the oven here. And let's go have a little look at my elevator. And I'm actually gonna go from the top because I have something else that is really cool. Yeah, right over on the other side of the bridge is my elevator. And there's a hole missing here. That's actually happening because I planted a jungle tree right over here. I still have this redstone exposed and I still have this part where the old elevator was that didn't work. But this is my new elevator right over here, and let's hit this button so we can stand here and whoa! Oh god, what happened? I just fell down and I landed here and I took no damage. And if you noticed, you saw really quickly that this block right over here, I can probably take it away if I block this off. Let's just do that. Yeah, right over here, if I take out this block, I think actually it's one block higher. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. It will break my redstone. Yeah, I think it's one block higher. Right over here you see a piston, and behind that piston is a little water source. So what happens, let's go up again and I can demonstrate you another time. What happens is when you push this button, a signal goes down towards that piston, and it will briefly open up a hole in the wall, and some water will flow in, and it will catch you when you drop down, and you can survive this fall. And I think it works out really well. I had it timed so perfectly that the water doesn't even hit the floor. It is just crushed away before it has even a chance to hit the floor. And I did it by hooking it up from here. This is the wire coming down, and it's a button push, so it will activate for I think 10 or 12 ticks, and then it goes through this little contraption, and this over here is a pulse limiter which will limit the tick or extend it, but just make it as long as you want to. And I put two repeaters here at full delay in here. Then over here I placed two pistons facing that way with 3 ticks of delay, and another tick of delay, just one tick of delay goes to the piston in front. So this piston will pull back that block, both pistons will pull back together, releasing this water down. It will flow into that hole, and then it will push out again and cover up the hole, and the water will stop flowing out there. So yeah, that's how that works, and it's really was a really a pain in the ass to wire it up because all the other redstone in there, but I'm really proud of making a two-way elevator that actually works. Like, it's not an elevator actually, but it's a little workaround, and it works perfectly. See it opening up and it's closing again. And why did I make this elevator right over here? Well, I grabbed some of these saplings and I'm gonna show you. And I'm actually gonna abuse one of the bugs that is still in the game. It's probably gonna be removed later on. But if you place your saplings right around here and place one jungle sapling here, you can bone meal that jungle sapling, and it will see 3 other saplings right over there, and it will automatically turn it into a big tree. And normally these trees grow a bit higher, so this is a really short jungle tree, and usually the trees are a bit higher, so that's why I made this elevator, so I could go quickly up to the bridge over here, take my axe in the progress, and start chopping away at that tree. But right now it's quite a little bit lower, so I have to jump off here and try to not take too much fall damage. It's not that much, so that's fine. I can use this much fall damage. It will almost be immediately recovered by any food that I have eaten. So let's dig out this tree, and I could use another tree right over here. But one of the things that I noticed is that sometimes these leaves like to take out blocks inside my bridge. So over there you see a block missing, but also over at the lamps that I have suspended from the bridge, you see 2 blocks missing. There's another block missing. Have to replace that. There are 2 blocks missing. Don't want to do that now. Gonna do that a little bit later on. And yeah, over there you can actually see what I've been working on, and I decided just to leave it like that and not take it down. I wanted to build this whole farm from the start, but I have made a little bit of progress now, and I would think it's a shame to take it down again. And it wasn't that much interesting. It was just me laying out the raster over there so that you can see how I started building, designing a building. And there's still a bit of the rust left, so I can still show you how I did that. But I went ahead and made a little area there where I want to have my farm, and I'm gonna eventually lure my animals in there and keep them in yeah, what you call it, in barns, in sheds. And yeah, I make a little outdoor area and a little bit of an indoor, and let's have a little look on the inside. This is how it's gonna look like. I'm probably gonna put a fence door in here instead of normal fence, and then I can push the animals in here and they can sit in these little, what you call it. Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up on YouTube, on Google, on whatever. Well, this is gonna be a pen. I had to ask some friends on Mumble, and they could give me the correct words. Yeah, I'm still a Dutch guy, so I don't know all the English words. I try my best, and I learn new things every day, but it's still not my natural language, and still have to learn some new words now and then. So if you find any mistake that you can correct, feel free to do so, because I can only learn and improve by doing that. Well, over here, this is the roof. I made a little uh, thing inside the roof, a little ah, another word that I don't know. Well, it's some kind of skylight or some kind of roof window where you can have some natural light into the pens. And yeah, I think it turned out really nice. This is one part of the pen. I started building this by just laying out a grid of where I want to have each of the pillars, and I spaced them about 4 blocks in between. So usually I use 4 blocks in between two pillars, so I can make a window and have on each side of the window like a pillar next to it. And I think it turned out really nice. I used some cobblestone for the bottom, because cobblestone, if you look at buildings, is like a sturdy, strong material, but it's also heavy. So you use it at the bottom of a building to make a building have a strong foundation. And then on top of it, you're gonna build with wood and lighter materials, and that's how medieval buildings are mostly made. Nowadays, all the buildings are made completely out of concrete and steel and glass, so you don't see this traditional kind of buildings anymore. But I'd like to build a little bit medieval style, so yeah, for me this is a good way to just work a bit with the designs and stuff like that. And this is one of the parts that I'm gonna building. I'm gonna extend this quite a bit over this way until I reach the corner, and then probably gonna raise it up a bit, make it out a little bit, just try a little bit of different building designs. And I probably want to make a big farmhouse in front of here, a big barn with a roof and a ceiling in it where you can store hay and stuff like that, and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, this is a little well in the center. Still have to fill it with water. And what I showed you in this little teaser, and I can actually go down here if I have a shovel. And I think right over here is a good place to dig down. A few blocks more, yeah, right over here. You can see all of this is hollow on the inside, and that was the terrain how I generated the map. And I think it's about episode 12, 13, 15, something like that. But quite a bit in the beginning of my let's play that I flattened this all out and just put a dirt layer on top of it. And I've actually had a few creepers blowing holes in it, and then I had to fix it up again. And now I'm gonna build my barn on top of this. So yeah, usually while digging out materials I might end up in this hole underneath the floor again, but I might use this because it looks pretty cool. And I'm still looking for a place where I can have like all kinds of colored sheep, so I can get all the colored wool that I need. So yeah, that's a good way to get there. Well, for now I'm gonna build this outwards a little bit. Gonna take a bit of rest, and then I'm gonna start building on my house. Probably put a nice beat under it, speed it up a little bit, see what I can do about it. So yeah, I'll see you later in the video. barn. I think I can get rid of this little dirt ladder over here. Gonna walk around it one more time so you can see it from the outside. This is gonna be a luxurious barn because the animals can be either inside or outside depending on whatever they want. I like the animals to have a bit of freedom and to have a bit of space. So yeah, I've planted some trees outside nicely along these corners, and I'll probably have to get rid of some of these ledges because creepers do seem to be liking these ledges and they get on top of there. And I also have to go up on this cave just to make sure that the monsters are no longer spawning in there. So I'm gonna quickly head into this cave, drop off these creepers down, and whoa, instant XP like that. I think I saw a helm laying somewhere around here. I don't know what happened with that helmet. It despawned probably, but it was a rare drop of one of these zombies. I haven't gotten that many rare drops. I've gotten a few, but yeah, this is the side of the barn. I'm gonna mirror it towards the other side, and then this midsection is gonna be a little bit bigger. I'm probably gonna build it until it hits this mountain. So yeah, this is gonna be a little bit cramped around here, but I think I can think up something like it. I want to have like a high barn where I can have a ceiling on top of it where I can store some stuff, and maybe even a cellar inside it where I can go down underneath the floor. But you will see that in the next episode when I continue building this barn and gathering animals to fit in there. And I can actually finish off at least a few parts right over here. Let's grab some windows and some fences, and let's just... Oh, did I put these away again? Okay, let's get these in here. And I'll place you right over there. This is gonna be a doorway, so I'll just leave it like that. And then over here is gonna be another window. Maybe, yeah, it's a little bit strangely placed right there, so I'm still doubting if I should make this a big window or if I should move this wall back a little bit or if I should just leave this pillar out and just fill it up like this. Don't really like this wall being all bland and stuff, but who knows, might turn out nice. So let's see, that's all over here, I think. Yeah, place it right. And those were stair blocks. Well, I can use this trick for now. Just place a block on top of it. Place these blocks right there. And I'll probably get rid of this row anyways. Who knows what I might. I'll see about it next episode. So thank you for watching this episode. Hope you liked it. Feel free to give any feedback. And I'll see you in the next episode. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Oh yeah, and I forgot something. I quickly gathered a few remaining levels, so I'm almost level 50, and I think I don't get a level 50 enchantment that far, so let's have a little top view of my barn right over there. It's starting to expand already, but let's go and start enchanting my diamond boots for this episode, so I can get my first piece of my diamond armor enchanted. And let's see if we can get something nice on these boots. I could go for a level 49 enchantments for the max, but I will take 48 or 47 just as well. So let's hope we can get one of these really fast. And there we go, a level 47 enchantment. Let's click this and let's see what we have got. Protection 4. That's not bad for diamond boots. I mean, I could have gotten some useful enchantments like feather falling or so, but protection 4 isn't that bad. So I'm gonna quickly put this into my chest with the rest of my stuff. And I still have these pieces to enchant. Oh yeah, by the way, I haven't showed you yet, but I've been hunting some monsters, and I gotten a few special rare drops. For example, this golden helmet and this golden sword, which also has an enchantment on it, which is really great for a rare drop. I haven't seen any of these rare drops in on the wiki or whatever, but there's probably already on the wiki right now that you can get enchanted golden swords. So yeah, I got that from a zombie pigman, and that was really great. But so far my bonus. Yeah, see you later.